disruption it causes, and the reputational harm caused when the community finds the company's security has been breached and all the data entrusted to them stolen. Also, directors would not look forward to the day that they stand before a public annual general meeting and explain to the shareholders that all the company data was stolen on their watch and that they have made no effort to recover it or identify who took it. To the members of an incident response, or IR team, or the cyber investigator, responding to an attack is often an inexact science, as the attacker's motives and skill levels vary. Whereas an attack against a single desktop computer may be easily contained and investigated, an attack against a complete distributed corporate network will require significant resources and an experienced response team to protect the company, their data, and clients. As the attack methodologies vary, the investigation strategy will not necessarily follow the exact same path each time. Investigating a cyber attack may be a critical part of the continuation of the business. When the attack is discovered, a mixture of panic, stress, anxiety, and fear is seen among staff, and those tasked to mitigate and eradicate the attack may feel the future of the company rests upon their shoulders. Many employees will be concerned as to their personal future, as they will be familiar with the many stories of businesses hit by a cyber attack that no longer exist 6 months later. Staff members of the organization being interviewed as a part of the incident response may also feel that they are being held responsible, and that the interview is a method of laying blame at their feet. So why conduct an investigation and gather evidence? Why should a company start investigating the cybercrime and try to track down the offender? With the proliferation in the instances of cybercrime, there is an expectation among the community that those who are entrusted with their PII take their responsibilities seriously and ensure their data is secure. Shareholders of companies who find that the value of their shares and/or dividends is affected by a breach may demand efforts by the company to identify and prosecute the attacker. In the initial aftermath of the attack, there may be the possibility of locating the suspect and the digital property taken and recovering it before it is exploited. It may be argued that the duties and responsibilities of a director include trying to recover the stolen corporate data before it is exploited. Outside of law enforcement and several large businesses, such as the major accounting companies, there are few options for those who want to have an investigation into a cyber attack conducted. The IR team may find evidence pointing to a suspect, but it is generally not their job to prepare a case for referral to police or lawyers. A cyber investigator is a very specialized position and is roughly the equivalent of a police detective conducting a criminal investigation, as the rules of evidence the court demands are the same whether you are an experienced detective or a civilian investigator. The cyber investigator is viewed as the person who is tasked with finding evidence of the person behind the attack, and in some cases, preparing a referral to police or commencing a civil prosecution. While many attacks originate from overseas and are hidden behind multiple legal jurisdictions, anonymizers, bots, or other technology, people have their own motivations to commit crimes, and these people may include current or former employees residing within your local jurisdiction. The role of the cyber investigator is an extension of the digital investigator. For the benefit of this book, the digital investigator is the person who conducts a forensic examination of a device or network and produces a report on the evidence seized and identified. This book is intended for the person assigned the task of investigating the cyber event, with a view to gaining a full understanding of the event and, where possible, recovering the IP and/or PII before it is exploited. They may also be tasked with finding evidence to support an action in a tribunal, for example, employment court, or a potential prosecution in a civil or criminal court should the attacker be identified. It will also be of benefit to the manager, executive, and/or lawyer who is tasked to review an investigation to understand the actions of the investigation team and why certain decisions were made, and to gain an understanding of the